Hey there guys, we're looking at ChinGoo. ChinGoo? I don't really know how to pronounce his name. He's playing Scout and I am on Gully Watch. Let's see how he does. This is pretty BM because I think this is a match that knocked my team out of playoffs. Kind of a dick for sending me this. It's okay though, our team sucked. Okay, so you want to be... I don't know why the damage was so slow. Okay, that's good damage. I would have peeked that around that nipple just to give him another extra shot, because that could have really crushed his mid. But overall, this is fine. I think you should have been a little more conscious on the left side, because I think there was potential for a scout to kind of flank you. Good job slowing down there, just to knock out kind of 1v1, but maybe check the right corner, even though it's pretty unrealistic. Good that you got off the point early. I assume the other scouts taking the oobs, or you should be, because there's no way that they're gonna want to do this solo without a scout. Good damage on this guy. You need to calm down though, because you had that fight won and then you missed some unnecessary shots. Yeah, I think that... I don't know if Pie Hero was with that, but I think you definitely wanted to be in that oobs. Like, I don't see a huge disadvantage in just like rushing a scout to the point or something when you have that big of an uber advantage, or just getting everyone in and go frag nuts and just kind of kill everyone. Like, you don't have to be so tactful about which doors you come through when you have a big advantage like that. Scout building sucks dick. Don't do it. You're way too far back for a team that's getting uber. That's unfortunate. This ruins everything. Your medic doesn't catch your scouts. You will lose this. Yeah, you're playing appropriate. I wouldn't have gone for that because I think there's a potential for you to die there if the scout goes elbow and the soldier jumps up. So playing a bit back. Like, I don't think Ubering here was appropriate either because you were already losing. Like, I don't understand why exchanging was a good call. So I think that you should have been moving back for the most of that fight. There, you should be getting health right now. There's no point in not. Watching there is good, but again, your demo's still in lobby, so there's no point in leaving. Alright, Pyro Heavy. I think soldiers are strong on this last, so double scout off class isn't bad. But I think it probably would be more appropriate to have the soldier switch to heavy or something. So you're adding a lot of extra pressure on your medic since he has a lot higher HP classes to heal. Because you have more health, and the heavy has a lot more health, and he still has to heal both soldiers. But this is looking pretty good. I think they all may be coming river, so you gotta be a bit careful here. But yeah, you did a good job stopping them, but I really don't know why they didn't have everyone there. I'm not sure how you lived, so I think it's a bit of a mistake not to have one scout there, just for heal purposes and, you know, utility. But that was good. I feel like that guy was very close to death and definitely chaseable. And that opens up a really easy opportunity to frag, or to frag that guy obviously, but get into mid pretty easily. So you got, I don't know, as scout especially, you gotta really be thinking about the next point. It's really difficult to do anything just going in solo, or like not solo, but like even numbers is difficult to have an effect. So if you can prevent it from being even, then you know you're gonna keep the ball rolling. And I don't think the extra couple seconds off the cap would have been relevant at all. I think that guy was pretty brave to push you there, and you probably could have pushed into him and killed him. Dodge the first rocket by not going for the health back, take the health back, and he stays. You can just all in him. But he was pretty ballsy there. Sniper, not sure this is appropriate. I mean, your team has the oobs, I think. Maybe they're not quite there yet, but especially peeking that area doesn't seem particularly effective to me. Because if I was a medic, I would be reluctant to Uber there since it's really... You're probably going to get a longer Uber there if the sniper's not there, obviously. But it's hard to kind of heal a ton of people from that area. So I wouldn't go there as a medic, so I don't think this is the best place to shoot at. I think you can be kind of looking around for stickies and maybe push that demo if you can continues to pressure from there without overkill particles. Like those guys over there are free. I would probably push them right now, because this isn't going to mean anything. Yeah, you could have done this a long time ago, and if you hit him, he would have been done pretty easily. And yeah, even when the soldier was there, it's just a lot of free damage you can do, and at worst, you're gonna take a bunch of damage and like do a bunch of damage to them, and like be able to back up and just resub. Like, I would not expect the enemy team to be that conscious of their environment to kind of shoot you there, and I would also expect your medic to be able to flash you if necessary. So, trading damage there is very ideal, because those people can't regain it as easily as you can. I think you should be in with this push. If you lead this, there's very little wrong that can happen. Or things that can go wrong. That's a weird way to phrase that. Yeah, like, you didn't want to Uber here. Like, this is not gonna bring about anything. And they're probably... Maybe they can Uber into you? Nah. Kill that guy, dude. You should have killed him. He just ate a direct. Oh my god. That was unacceptable. I think that was like a big red flag that you needed to kill that guy. Especially since he had no overheal particles.
Time has been added.
You need to be watching that left door when you're crossing that. It's really crazy that you didn't. Because if you get aggressed from there, you're not watching it, you will die instantly, especially without a buff. I mean, I can understand the shower door, because you were trying to do something else, but there's absolutely no excuse. Should be climbing up elbow right now, because it's just as easily backed out of as the position you were in. And potentially no one sees you and gets a really good flank. I think that scout was potentially killable because he probably had 150 max, since he was coming from flank and their mana came through choke. And three or four shots could have killed him, and I don't think it would have been unreasonable for your mech to sit there and tank you up while you killed him. Let's get damage. I think you guys should pressure that more. I don't really care if this guy does this, because you just have a soldier fucking kill him. I think it's a mistake for you to go deal with that. I think that scout was more of a kill. Like, you and a soldier should push that and your pocket should have looked under. Pocket delays while you guys kill the scout and you guys go behind him. It's like the cleanest 2 kills ever. I don't know why you walked into him there after he hit you with a good shot. You need to turn around, because you want to know what's going on behind you. Like, between those shots, it's not really important. Like, They'll always be looking at him, so just take a quick look behind you just to get a good orientation of what's really going on. Plus everyone's calling perfectly, but it's usually not the case. Like, if you're doing reasonable shots, like 60, 80, that's fine to look at them, but like, you were doing like 6 for a while there. That was interesting. This is good. There's a guy in elbow, I think. Yeah, you should have been trying to kill him, but it's fine. You should be going with your roamer. Because if he finds people there, he's gonna die if they're playing properly. Okay, that guy's weak, I'm assuming. You should rush through Balman's or balcony and go into river, because he's a free kill. If he's not weak, obviously, this is fine, but you should have been going in already. It was definitely like the easiest kill on that guy. Hope this doesn't last long. Be kinda nice, but I think unreasonable to ask. To know when pauses end and when they start, but no big deal. Oh, okay, you won. Great job. So yeah, I think you need to be a bit cautious about demo steeds coming in there. Maybe jump to the side instead of jumping across, because I know when I play demo, and when a lot of people I know play demo, they'll specifically aim for when you're like jumping onto the platform, and they can sometimes crater you onto the ground and the mid's over, pretty much. So it's something to be a bit conscious about, but very rarely relevant, so. I don't think it's reasonable for you to wait here. The distance between these two forward spawns is very, very small, so I think almost always waiting is a mistake. Maybe if you're going sniper it's a bit different, but I guess their med, yeah. Their med must be oobs. Hope your team's around you, or it's really easy push into you from any door, even the one you're looking at. Like, I wouldn't count on a headshot, so buff scout could just come get you. There you are, so it's fine. It's good that you're rotating a lot. I wouldn't I wouldn't start charging this early, but whatever. I don't know if that's really... I don't know, I'd take it, but it's kind of weird. Hope that guy's not lagging out a lot. So yeah, sniper kinda sucks dick, turns out. I think you should be looking towards big door. At least have an angle on both. Actually, I don't know if you can, but yeah. Nice shot. I think your team should definitely be pushing big door, because it's probably a bit easier to get in. With a sniper, that is. Nice shot.
time has been added.
I feel like in this position you had a chance to switch back to scout. Probably would have been a bad idea. If the mag ever jumps like that, I don't know how you can miss him. Like, just slow down, dude. Like, if he jumps, he doesn't really airstrafe. Like, just clearly just put your crosshair when he's gonna land. But it didn't matter, obviously. But yeah, you positioned very well there as sniper. So, nothing to comment on there. Okay, you're rushing your shots on a guy that's dead, so that's a mistake. That was good. Alright. I don't know, you rush your shots a lot. Seems kinda weird to me, but maybe that's just how you aim. But that was pretty good. But except for the killing pizza, because you should have played it really slow. Like, a scout now position is not going to be full health, so I would just make sure you get the kill as cleanly as possible. Good call from you, or your teammate, or just perception on your part to get that scout. I don't know, there wasn't a whole lot you could do that fight.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
I think NG Pyro is really strong. I think they both work, so but you gotta cover the door, his gun doesn't. So right here is good. I think also lower would be acceptable. Like on the mini pack, you could also cover. Where does gun go? Is it in secret? That's dumb. Oh no, it's right there. Yeah, I think it'd be better actually shooting stuff. Okay, you want to be reflecting people. Yeah, let them look by first. There you go. Yeah, I think it was just a really bad use of your ammo there, playing P-Row. And I wouldn't expect them to come here, but your team should have spotted that push. And I think that... Yeah, I think that you could either been on the pill bottle or where you were. I think those were the best positions. Maybe even where you were was probably the best actually. So you could still drop down if you need to. That was a mistake because you didn't meat shot him. When he's going for like, that sounds dumb, but when he's going for the pack, he wasn't looking at you. You had all the time in the world to just kill him, but you rushed your shot, so that was a mistake. Like I would only rush shots if I knew he's dead, like if he's close to dead. But he clearly wasn't there. Like he's not gonna be weak where he is and then jump you. That's just ridiculous to assume. So he's 180 by the time you start shooting him, and you didn't do a whole ton of damage to him. So there's no way he's gonna be able to kill with like a 30-40 shot. So. It's good they're checking around, but I don't think they really had time to get behind you, but maybe I'm wrong. Huh? Uh-oh. Alright, there's a pause. Okay, I guess you lagged out. I don't really know. Again, I would It's a little bit tougher, or it's definitely, I don't know, sometimes I would say it's a mistake holding far up to snipe main, but I think that's the only real spot you can get a whole lot of work out of. Like, I don't know, I don't think sniping up there is too effective. It's a hard shot, and very rarely people peek there. Like, you really have done nothing on Sniper, so I think just being on a different off class or playing Scout and getting a buff is just infinitely better. Because you switch back to Scout now, you don't have a buff to kind of push into them, and it's really detrimental not being able to do that. This is a mistake to fight here, I think. Your team should have just tried for a force play, not anything else. You will die here. Oh, the demo doesn't have sticks. Okay. No! Why would you go sniper? They were winning. They're likely to push right now. Until they lost that soldier, I think they had a much greater health advantage. So I wouldn't have gone sniper there. Blah blah blah. You definitely need to be a scout now since your guy died. Blah blah blah. You're a spy. Why are you a spy? I don't know. Oh, you're checking the charge. Yeah, cool. Fine. Got a spy. Should be a scout now, because you can't do anything here. I guess that was a fine to take one shot there. It's not a bad play, but I think aggressing into them from lobby is more potential there. Heavy now. Stuff's happening. Blah blah blah. Heavy. You get killed. Scout probably would have been better. Alright, mid. That's a fucking magic game, dude. I'm not gonna do all of this, I don't think. It's good that you backed up there. Really good positioning. Because if you were closer, you would have died that scout. I like... if that mech was called, like, lit, then that was a good play. Otherwise, I don't think you should drop for the medic. Don't waste all your scatter there, dude. That's really dumb. You could have... like, you weren't gonna do anything there, and you definitely weren't gonna kill him. So... just keeping loaded. Like, you would have had 2 extra scatters for the next fight.
Our control point is being captured.
Like, cause you didn't switch to pistol and you kept a scatter. So like, that's kinda huge. Like, he's not gonna die there. If he crosses in front of the boxes or behind the boxes and the pillar, then you can kill him with your ammo. If he doesn't, then it doesn't fucking matter. Like, that was just, I don't know, kind of weird. IMO. I think that you have the potential to push into them and force. They use anyway, because they're bad, so it's not a big deal. I think when your scout came there, I would have been more focused on main. Because I think that guy was pretty guaranteed. But I don't know. I tend not to shoot the same things my guys shoot, my team's shooting when, like, it's kinda, I expect them to kill. This guy does not know how stickies work. Anyway, yeah, I tend to shoot things that my team isn't shooting when there's a bunch of people focusing on one guy, because then you end up overkilling and shit. It's just sloppy. So this is good. Take the battle, take the bottle, take the, yeah. Now you can go behind. You should have gone behind there. I don't know, especially if your demo is causing a lot of damage. Okay, it's important that you cap, but it's also important your team doesn't die. So I maybe would have stepped out the point for a second there. I think the Uber was savable. Well, I don't know, they could have gone for the back half, but like, eh. You died anyway, because your team had a bad position. Like, yeah. If you would switch places with someone else and that person went big door, it would have been a lot easier to control that point, and they would never been able to get in without getting rushed as fuck. Man, they just sent me like this super demo, dude. It's like forever. I think there's more pauses in halftime than there is actual game. Huh. Okay, so it looks like your O is going up here, which is fine. You saw that roamer. What are you doing, dude? You have to kill that guy. Dude, if he was better, or faster, he would have killed you. So I don't think fighting him is unrealistic. Because you can literally be sitting on the health pack as he comes up. Or if you're quick enough, and I think it's possible, you could, this guy needs to kill himself. There he goes. If you're quick enough, and I think it's possible, you can Boston Bash yourself to grab that pack, and that slows him down a lot.
Time has been added.
It makes the fight a lot more reasonable. It's good. Sucks that your soldier died. I think you should be a bit more aggressive there. I don't know, you just kinda... It feels like you play for your own life, and I don't agree that that's really what Scout's about. I think that Scouts are probably the best class to die since they're not very strong defensively, and if you're dying, if people are dying, you're likely to be on the defensive. And they obviously come back a bit quicker, so I think you should try to play a bit more aggressively. I'm understanding that you're probably the passive scout, but I think this is very, very passive in a bad way, a detrimental way.
Time has been added.
I mean, you're giving your team a lot of support, but you're also kind of not taking any damage away from them, which is crucial. And you're not really... I don't know, you're just missing a lot of opportunities. Like, that guy was killable. Like, just go in and fucking two-shot him. He's not looking at you. Probably it doesn't have ammo loaded, doesn't really have health. Like, you did it there, why didn't you do it earlier? Like, you know? You had a buff there and it was a bit stronger, but the fact that he was there was just questionable in the first place. Like, I don't know why it just wasn't outside. Alright. I think if you hung out to the right of the door, you probably would have done better. Maybe you did, I don't know, it was really fast. Just kind of want to get this over with. Your last holds are like really bad as a team. I don't think you should run that many off classes, and I think your med needs to be putting out more buffs. You definitely need to push into the side that they're not. So you went up different side this mid, did a lot of damage, but you kind of didn't dodge properly, and I think you were definitely out of position for the soldier bomb, but you did a lot of good damage at the start, and I feel like the soldier was gonna die if you had lived a bit longer. Excuse me, if you had lived a bit longer. So I think that was pretty good mid on your part. I don't know, I'm kind of going fast on this one, but There's a lot of nothing that goes on. That's why matches suck, dude. Because no one does anything. You can't learn anything. Oh, see, you should do that as Scout though, because Scout's a real class. Like, that kill would be so much easier. Well, maybe not. Blasting the stickies could be pretty good. But, you know, Scout is a god. It's a god class for a reason. Tell your max to stop shooting arrows at people that are full health. You don't need to cap this. There's already dudes on this. It's probably a lot better to just go forward. Like, if they're on it, it's either because they're weak or they know that you should be going forward as a scout. And not many people know that they're going that when scouts should go in, so I imagine they were weak, so there's no point for you to be sitting there. Like, if you expect to fight soon, you want weak people capping. Only when you don't expect a fight until a while is when you want to send weak people up so they can get health. You're really out of position here. That soldier really easily could have killed you. I don't know why you spend so much time looking at Big Door, and you really need to look around a lot more. You do these like 6 damage trade fights with scouts, and you just focus on them the entire time, and it's a huge mistake. If you jumped on that guy earlier, like, you gotta realize what the enemy mech is doing, because you could easily tell that he was not gonna get oobsed there. So you could have killed him before he got re-oobed by getting an extra shot in by going to him a bit sooner and jumping into his face. Like, I don't know, like, the way you play is, like, good, but at times I don't think you're very impactful, if that makes sense. Like, you're a consistent force, but there's times where you need to be more than that. And even there, I think that was pretty safe to just, you know, go and poop on him. Like, there was very little that could go wrong there. That's fortunate. You're probably gonna get 2 because that guy jumped in. I don't know, you're probably gonna get it anyway, but yeah. Not sure what this is about because... Excuse me. As far as I know, someone was chasing the demo, so there's no way anyone could get there. So you're wasting a bit of time here, and if anything happens at 2, I would blame it on you, but it's not. You don't need to be capping this for something already here. It's kind of ridiculous. Either of you could have gone 185 there and be set up to push right now. You could be 185 right now and be pushing this. Well, you'd be like 150, but it'd still be really good. Drop down, dude! Are you really gonna watch that guy kill your teammate? That's crazy. That is insane, dude. Good shot. Don't fight him here. I would never do that jump. I mean, it's good, but eventually soldiers are just going to be good enough to shoot that. And I feel like jumping backwards would just guarantee the frag instead of, you know, setting out for a potential, like, crazy direct. But nonetheless, good plays. Focused on the mech too much towards the end of it, but your team focused way too much on capping. You guys play really weird, like 2009 weird. It's not, I don't know. Like, you need to get more aggressive as a team. I don't know if it's really worth living here. Okay, yeah, so this is fine. I don't know why you wasted a shot at that range. That's pretty crazy to me. Like, when he's not fully shown and you're wasting a shot mid-range on him and you only have 3 loaded, at most you're doing like 20 damage. Like, that's just ridiculous ammo management. Especially since you didn't aim it. Like, maybe you set it up, but... And then I don't think dying to him there was responsible, and your scout partner should have been shooting him too, but you know, whatever. Blech. Sniper. Get him. Holy fuck. Time is going by. You got the med, nice. It's kinda sucked if they push a different way or they covering that door, but you know, nice. Alright, well, stuff happened. Back on heavy. Heavy. Scout? That's a good check down here. This is one of the times where it's good because someone fell back through there. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be up top. You definitely get out here faster and you have more options. So that was very bad routing. Don't need to cap this. Your soldier is crushed, so he can cap it, and your scouts can come with you. You have 2 scouts here, you kill everyone, but you only have 1, so you're sad. Yeah, like this could have been monumentally different if your other scout was up here and your roamer was capping. And it really is insignificant who caps here because they're already all up, so having 2 times as opposed to 1 isn't going to stop any forwards. But yeah, they would have just gotten super crushed, and honestly I expected them to kill you. They just missed you a lot and focused you too much and didn't shoot your team. So it worked out pretty well. I think, yeah, leading was good there. Rushing shots again. Like, you shouldn't rush if you're not in any danger and you're winning that fight against the scout really hard. Heavy. Alright, wow. Looks like you're gonna do fine here. It's good that you're not shooting the medic until he starts hitting you and everyone's dead. Fast. Doing this. This is bad. You never want to do that, because if a good demo will, if he shoots there, he's gonna hit both of you, and the mid's over. So I feel like you've already lost, because I think Pie Hero got knocked down. Like, if you win this, it's fucking crazy. It looks like you did though, but like, this should have been an instant loss, because that demo should have hit both of you, maybe created one of you, and then like, that's game. If they jump the side you're on, you will get forced off, and once you get forced off as scout on this map, you're not going to do anything. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You have to shoot it. Fuck the pistol, dude. Doesn't shoot straight, man. I swear. I don't think pre-firing twice there was good. Once, I think, was reasonable. Not that it really matters. But if... I think you were at maybe 3 shots. It's potentially pushable since your roamer is also weak. But I like the fact that you're letting him do his thing. Occasionally I think you should switch roles, because people will set up to kind of guard against one class's pressure, and sometimes that makes them vulnerable to some other class's pressures, so I think there's potential for you to kind of get in there. I respect that you don't want to get in this Uber, but I feel like maybe pushing behind the rock could have opened up some opportunities for your team. But no, this is probably the better option. That's a good kill. Now you want to work on that scout on the left, who I imagine is going to drop. So you want to be watching elbow. Okay. Then drop. Your team didn't shoot him. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so I feel like your team should have been actively fighting that scout. And Pie Hero was, but like your actual team. And then you should have been picking him up after he fell down. But that was more or less fine.
Time has been added.
A good scout would double back and kind of kill you, so I would be watching. Like, you don't need to look somewhere. until they could potentially be there, if that makes sense. And you kind of looked before anyone could get there. Like, he crossed through, and you immediately looked, but there's no possible way he could be there, so I would delay 1 second before looking, because there's a potential for him to push back through connector, and he'll actually end up there quicker. So you want to obviously be looking where you expect them to be, but he couldn't have been there, so there was no risk in just looking at connector for a teensy bit longer. This is a bad place to be. You can't see anything if you get rushed. I mean, it's good for defending against someone pushing in here, because if they push main, you just get behind him and two-shot him, but I think good people would check, and I also think you're not really getting any information for your team. Yeah, I think it's just a poor spot to be. I think when you're holding a shower door there was a period where you could have watched for a push main, and you could have seen that soldier a bit earlier. So, I mean, he could have easily surprised you and killed you there. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you gotta do as a scout. Like, you can't win this last anymore. He just shit on you. So if you push into doors the combo doesn't go in with a buff on defense, like he did, you're gonna do a whole lot of work. Like, he didn't even commit to you, and he knew it was fine. Like, he's basically killed you there. He put you out of the fight for 10 seconds. That's good enough. Okay, if you're watching someone, why are you switching fucking guns, dude? Like, that defeats the purpose of watching someone. Okay. I don't know what games were played today. Oh boy. This is a doozy. I don't know. I think I'm gonna call it on. Let's pause. You just gotta take more opportunities. And you don't put your crosshair where people are. Like, you're not missing, but like. You're like obviously that expectation thing, and in general, like, you leave yourself open to a lot of potential pushes. Like the one time you went by the lower shower door and you weren't looking at it, it was a big mistake. So you gotta account for everything. Get more information for your team. Like in lobby, you weren't watching, it was a big mistake. Mids, you gotta be a bit more cautious about that demo spam, especially if you're both going up top left. I would just not send both top left. Like, one can go through yard, that's fine. And your outclassing was pretty good. I think the sniper was definitely unnecessary, and it was more appropriate to stay scout. And yeah, I don't really remember exactly what happened, because a lot of shit happened. Well, a lot of nothing, but a lot of stuff. But you need to be taking more opportunities and kind of taking some damage away from your team. Like, it's really nice to have that consistent damage coming from a scout, but it's also easy to just kind of evade tank some damage. Be a Valen. It's a pretty good way to play. Anyway, good games. Good luck in playoffs, dude.